Hello and welcome back to Writing Toolkit 1 Make a Plan. You are in video 4, Choose Main Points and Details. In this video, we're going to talk about matching up details with main points, writing your thesis statement, and putting main points in order. In this video, you're really just going to be checking off all the things you did in the previous videos as you understood the assignment, generated ideas, and narrowed down those ideas. Now it's time to check them and make sure they're going to work for you. Okay, let's look at this as an example. We've been comparing these two vacation destinations, Disney versus Fort DeSoto, and we have these three main points. What we want to do first to check it is to match up details with each of these main points. So let's get out our brainstorm list from before with some details. We want to make sure that each of these main points has enough details to support it and to explain it. If there's one main point that doesn't have enough details, then we might need to think about either brainstorming some more details to go under there, or else maybe changing the main point a little bit, so maybe it's a little broader and it can fit more details underneath. So let's see what we got. We're going to come up with a way to get these details underneath atmosphere, activities, and price. So first of all, we're going to see what's the sort of the major supporting details. Those are our two locations, Disney and Fort DeSoto. I can pull that out. This is a great way to organize a comparison essay. You have these three criteria that you're comparing, atmosphere, activities, and price, and then under each one, you're going to explain how Disney qualifies under atmosphere and how Fort DeSoto qualifies under atmosphere, and you would do those for all three. Then underneath each of those, we're going to say what are those minor supporting details in each of those areas for each of those locations. So I'm going to match up some for atmosphere under each place, some for activities, and some for price. So this is great. It looks like each one of our main points has plenty of support. It's equal. There's not one main point that's kind of sad and doesn't have anything to talk about. So that means when I go to write the actual essay, I'm going to have plenty to say under each paragraph. So we can check this off. The details match up. Okay, the next step that we have to check is to write the thesis. If we can write a thesis statement that matches the assignment directions for the topic that we've come up with, then that's another checkbox that we can check off. So we have our three main points, and a possible thesis for a comparison essay might be something like, a comparison of price, activities, and atmosphere will reveal whether Disney or Fort DeSoto is the best choice for vacation. This sounds great. It's a comparison, it has three different areas, and I'm comparing two places, just like the instructions said. The instructions, if you remember back, were to compare two vacation destinations. So it passes the thesis test. Great. Plus, now we have a working thesis that we can work with going forward. Make sure that when you write a thesis statement, don't get too stuck with it. If you need to change it later, that's okay, but you have an idea of what it's going to look like. Okay, the next step we have to check is to put the points in order. So this is important to see how the flow of the essay is going to go. In my opinion, I think I would put atmosphere first because that's kind of the broad idea of setting the scene of a place. And I would put activities second because that I think leads from atmosphere. And then finally I would do price because even though it is a very important consideration, it doesn't really give me the feel of the place. But it is kind of important, so I'll put it there at the end for that final kind of consideration at the end. Now I'm going to check this order that I've decided against the thesis that I came up with. Well, it looks like now that I've decided on my order, my thesis is a little bit off. So make sure when you introduce your preview of points in the thesis that it goes in the same order that you're going to present those points in the body of the essay. So right now in my thesis I have price first, but I've chosen over here in the body of my essay to put price last. So I'm going to rearrange those. I'll start with atmosphere, then activities, and then price. So I've revised my thesis. I can check this off. It's looking good. My points are in order. Okay, so let's check off and let's review. Match up details with main points, write your thesis statement, and put your main points in order. That's it. This is the end of Lesson 4. You can do the practice and then go on to video 5. Talk to you soon.